So hopefully you, by now, you know how to make a brand new file. Let's make a brand new file. Let's make new. I'm just going to use my custom 256 by 256. So I want you to make one like that, 256 by 256. Resolution is 150. I want you to create, and I want you to bring in that PNG file. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit File, and you're going to actually what you can do, and this is the easiest way to do this. You're going to go to Open. I'm going to pause. You're going to go where you're going to go to where you saved PNG test, and I saved it in a PSD, which is really silly of me. But I'm going to open up one of my other PNG files, and what I'm going to do is this. So this is opened up in an entirely separate window. I'm going to zoom in. You can see this is part of a brick tile set that I did for practicing. What I want you to do is I want you to hit Control A. That selects everything. Now, this is something that is, if you've ever worked on a computer, you know how to hit Control C for copy. So let's do that. Control C. So you've selected everything, and now hopefully you've copied everything. You're going to go over to our new canvas and hit Control V. Now what this does is the PNG file eliminates any sort of background, so you just have the image itself. So if you want to just practice with making shapes and making sure that you are saving the correct way with the PNG format, then it'd be a good idea for you to do that. And so that's really all you need to know about Photoshop to get started. And as we go along, there are a few more things here and there that I'm going to show you, but I just don't want to bombard you with a whole bunch of information because it really just doesn't make too much sense. All you need to know is basically how to save as a PSD file. And you should always save as a PSD file first because that just helps you to back up things. And if you want to put something on different layers, you have an asset like a tree, or maybe you are saving your load screen and you've made this beautiful picture, but you want to put everything on separate layers. There's a lot of stuff that you can do that you may not think that you're going to be able to do right now, but you are going to be able to do it if you work hard and you keep at it. And I'm going to give you all those tools to do those things. So what I want you to do is I want you to practice making sure that you understand PNG files, how to open them, how to move them around. I just used the move tool. I've added a new layer. Let me add another layer down here at the bottom. You know how to name layers and rename layers, right? Hopefully you know how to use that magic wand tool. You may not need it as much with this course because of the way that I'm going to teach you, but it's one of those safeguards for you. And we got the pencil tool because we're not using the brush tool, even though it says B. So if you press B, it's probably going to give you the brush tool first. You just have to press B again. But to make your life a lot easier, just go over and select the pencil tool. Make sure that when you got the pencil tool selected, that we got don't have anti-aliasing. If you see that up there, if your lines are a little bit smoother, then you may want to go and turn off anti-aliasing. And so that's one of those things that I want you to kind of realize. I know it says like smoothing 10%. I don't know why. By the way, just to let you know, everybody's tablet is going to be a little bit different, but the thing about pixel art is that you should just be getting one solid line. There's no little variations, and I will show you how to do gradients and things like that are going to teach you volume. But I don't want you to worry about like, oh, well, it's not, my tablet isn't set on something, or it isn't set on this, or whatever. That really doesn't make any difference in pixel art. I am on so the two things that I'm working on, when you see me doing a lesson in PC format, I have an Alienware and I have a Dell Canvas. So yeah, That is what I have, but I also have an iMac. And my iMac, I am using an XP Pen 15.6 drawing tablet, and it works really good. So, and also, you will probably see me because I'm going to do a few lessons for the iPad Pro. There's a piece of software called Pixaki, and that's the only software for pixel art that I like on the iPad Pro. But I wanted to make sure that everybody can do this course no matter what you're on. And if you're on Android, if you're on Android, if you're on an Android device, I'm almost positive that you can use Photoshop, but I'd have to investigate a little bit more. And I don't have an Android, and I don't want to buy an Android device just for this course. So, all right. Hopefully you learned a lot. If you got any like immediate questions, but there shouldn't be. I mean, if you got questions, of course, post them in the forum. Don't be afraid to ask, but there shouldn't be too many questions outside of that. Now, if it's a question outside of pixel art or outside of maybe opening up a file, then I'm going to kind of let you know that that's not really something that I'm going to cover. It may not be something that I cover in this course because for what Photoshop can do and what we need it for, we need maybe 2% of what Photoshop can do. And if you're on Photoshop Elements, it should work the exact same way. So, all right, I will see you in the next video.